I think that
Hi and welcome to Bench Talk. My name is Jason Clark, and tonight I'm joined by my fellow co-host, Mr. Damian Reed, Mr. Akim Nero, and once again we are joined by a very good friend of the show now, Mr. Clint Hill.
good
And
night.
once again, Clint, I just have to thank you for filling in for uh Mr. Sunny Evelyn, who's been very busy over the past couple of weeks with the election and then the campaign, BLP campaign, and everything that's been going on. So once again, we just wanna thank you for filling in and sitting in and having a chat with us.
Pleasure's mine, as always.
Yes. How are you guys doing tonight, man? Really, I know you're giving you on a roll tonight. Really, to be honest, I know you're giving you on a roll tonight. But other than that,
You
other
can
than
call a
that.
spade a spade.
If there's one thing that he can call a spade, the rock, it can be tonight. It's gonna be tonight. Yeah.
Well, apart from cricket, they cool, bro. They cool.
Okay. Good to hear that. Good to hear that. Mr. Akim Nero,
Hi,
how are you doing,
yes
buddy?
sir. I'm
How are you
fine,
doing,
man. I'm
buddy?
fine, man. A long week, a long week, a long week, a long week. It's
Long
only
week.
Wednesday, a long week. Yeah, man. So
Okay.
looking forward to see if we can have an extended weekend or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, man. Looking forward to the
Mm.
show tonight.
Looking for the show tonight. Boy, me too.
Yeah, yeah.
Me too. And Mr. Clinton said, "Hello, how are you doing, sir?"
I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. Looking forward to the weekend. I think we got some horse race and some cricket and what's not going on this weekend. So a good sporting weekend on the
You looking
Okay.
for
horizon.
you looking for the horse race, then, Clayton?
Pardon?
What?
You looking for the horse race?
Yeah,
You can't
yeah,
with the
yeah.
party cricket. Oh, okay.
War Eagle? War Eagle?
Yeah. The eagle,
Yeah,
the
the
eagle
Eagle.
takes a trot on Friday. So we're
Okay,
looking
okay,
to continue the good form for 2022.
okay.
I,
All
I,
right.
I mean, Clinton. I've known you for years, and I didn't even know that you were a horse racing fan. To be honest.
Hmm.
Recent hobby.
Recent.
Recent.
Recent
Okay.
Yeah,
hobby.
yeah, yeah.
Uh, okay. I'm just gonna leave that there. Well, fellas, since our last show, last week we would have ended the West Indies. They would have played just one. Um, yeah, we would have played just one day at that point in time. We had the series against Ireland, and they would have won that. And we went on after that, and as we all know, the West Indies they ended up losing the series to Ireland. I don't think anyone predicted this. Even you know, really, who is a guy that, as Nero likes to say, calls a spade a spade. I don't think even really was looking for this performance from the West Indies. But to be honest, it was very disappointing, to say the least. And obviously, that's where we're gonna start today, fellas. I mean, 2 weeks ago, I'm pretty sure everyone had the same. Everyone was basically singing from the same hand sheet, where we both everyone agreed that it should be, a pretty easy task for the West Indies over Ireland. And although they didn't win convincingly in the first ODI, we were looking for some improved performances over the last two, but those performances never came, to be honest. So guys, I want to start here with this with the conclusion of this series. Ireland just defeated the West Indies in the ODI series, and last week's show, I think it was last week when Nero was saying that he has break good hopes, and he thinks that
I
the
never said
ODI
that. I never
cricket,
said that. I never said that.
Nero, he said that he
I
has
said that they should.
No,
targets.
Nero. No, Nero. Please, just hear
Oh,
me
okay,
out.
okay, okay.
Please,
Carry on.
I'm not saying that you are wrong. And I still agree with you. Although the West Indies, it was embarrassing what happened against Ireland. I still agree that if we keep this bunch of guys together and they play a lot of cricket together, I still believe that in years to come, that the West Indies ODI team could be a force to reckon with. I do believe that. But I was just gonna say, like after Nero, just after he said what he said last week, um, and then to come and see what the West Indies did, it just goes to show, as really say, one day, the West Indies could be up, and then the West Indies could be down. The inconsistency is unreal with this West Indies team. So, fellas, I can't really say much more. So let me just dive right in here. West Indies got beaten 2-1 in the ODI series. Really, I was gonna leave you for last, but I want to start here with you, really, man. Where did we go wrong? What happened in this series, really, man?
I don't know what it is. I do not know. I do not know what happened, where we went wrong, how Ireland defeated us.
Mm-hmm.
I for me personally, I just think these men is just okay. I pay to play cricket, win, lose or draw. I ain't get my money.
Mm-hmm.
I can share a story here. So a friend of mine who works at the Marriott, where these guys are staying, no in Barbados. But they're in a bubble, so they can't go and buy stuff or whatever. So she's a manager in Marriott. So she messaged me and asked me to get some shirts and tea times for a part of somebody that is in the management team. He's not a player, so I took these biscuits from work to the Marriott. So when they got to the front desk, I tell myself, these men that get beat for Ireland yesterday, these men had like me as the best. He's probably sulking. I'll be
Mm-hmm.
embarrassed.
Mm-hmm.
I see the guys walking about in the lobby like they no lifting World Cup. all I do is I drop off the biscuit and move because I can't believe it. I tell myself, I won't be here now, but it was there. Well, unfortunately, really he's not here because he's in a tight predicament. I'll be in a cell. So I just drop off the biscuits and move on.
Mhm.
That's it. Just as I always said, win, lose or draw, these men know that at the end of the day, I play this game. So let me see my account reflecting that I play this game. I win when I score 50, when I score 100 by 10 wickets. Make sure my money there. Win.
Mhm.
So and for me, that's it.
Mhm.
I don't know where we go from here. If you're paid per performance, I think these men will step up to the plate, sorry, a little bit more. If you're paid, or yeah, you get, or, for example, somebody in sales, they get a flat salary, but they get a commission added on
Based
to
on
based on the
setup.
amount of, exactly. If it happens in that aspect, I don't know, but I don't know. Just I don't know where we go from here.
Mhm.
Ireland, Ireland beat us 2-1 in the Caribbean. We in the Ireland where it's 3 degrees now. You're in the castle that cold and you're shivering. That you can see my feet for them, man.
That is a fact, really, but
They play
they did it.
home.
Yeah, they did it in our own backyard.
They play home, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if it's fitness. I guess Clay could touch on fitness. But he's more, he's a coach. He's a certified coach, so he'll probably know. I don't know if it's fitness. I don't know if it's don't careness. I just don't know. But for
Mhm.
sure, I know Nero said he could see things happening with this team. Not me. And Nero's there to say, I just say it's gonna spin a spin, not me. And, and it's sad to say, but it's true.
Mhm.
I would love for these men to come at the table and compete. I don't mind getting beat.
Mhm.
I don't mind getting beat, but compete. But don't let nobody that lower than me beat me either. At
Mhm.
least, okay, fine. Everybody's got a bad game. Everybody may slip up. But don't lose the series. I would have preferred to one. to us that day. We
Mm,
lost one at least. But
mm,
realistically speaking, going back on first game, I don't think we should have won out either. Ireland gave that away. It should be 3 left to Ireland. It should have been
mm,
about watch, in my opinion.
mm, mm,
But I don't know the cricket. I don't know if we gotta go back to the grassroots level. Just I just don't know. I
mm.
don't know if we gotta go back to the grassroots level and build. I know for sure we don't play enough first class cricket.
But
I
that's a
know that for a
fact.
fact. That
That's
was
a
a
fact.
fact.
Yeah, that's
But
a
when you
fact.
say A, God said B too. Because England is played first class cricket from May or something like that to September. And then testing struggling. Then
Mm,
testing
hold
don't
on.
get hammered.
Mm, mm,
So that's
yeah.
what May, June, July, August. That's 4 months of cricket.
Mm, mm,
But I just don't know. But for sure, for me personally, one of the yes, you gotta play more cricket. But for me, these guys gotta wear the heart on the sleeve, for lack of a better word. I tell you, are you lost? Go and put your head on that pillow and ball. But
yeah.
show some remorse.
Yeah, I agree.
Show some
I agree.
remorse.
I agree a
That's the
thousand
truth.
percent with you. I agree with
That's
you a
my little
thousand
piece.
percent.
I really don't know what else to say. I just
Yeah.
watch cricket now because I love the sport.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I watch cricket. I don't watch cricket to support it personally. I watch cricket because I love the sport.
Yeah. I agree with you. To me, I think Clint touched on this earlier. I think it was Clint. I mean, it's there's no is I mean 2 plus 2 is 4. You know that for a fact. There's no set answer for the reason the West Indies are in this current state that they're in. But I mean, like as you say, trust remarks and like it just goes back. Like I said, I think Clint touched on it last week or before, but like it just has a lot to do with our culture at this point in time. That is a fact. It just has a
I
lot
saw
to do with our culture. Like you can't be consistently putting out these performances and still as you say like you see some of these things that these guys be doing on social media and I think and it's just like
exactly.
what like what's really going on here? What is really going on here? And then as really say like the people in the car, how we love our cricket, how we are into our cricket. So to see the West Indies team, these guys are representing the West Indies, guys that the West Indies. Like, you remember when we watching cricket and although Laran and Walsh and Ambrose, although uh they weren't in a glorious time with the West Indies winning consistently. You understand? You still saw fight and you still saw heart, from those guys. You know what I mean? But I no, honestly,
I
yeah, it's
I would love
definitely
to be.
lacking. Definitely,
I would love to be. Not quite too yes, but
mm,
I would love to be a fly on the wall
mm,
when these guys in team meetings and they're planning and stuff like that.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Because in 2019 World Cup, these guys believed, all right, bang the ball in middle of the pitch, got the opponent scotching, and what happened? Licks like peas. I see Joseph doing this.
The Bumpo
It,
Pakistan, I think. Or
right,
see
and
that Bumpo.
they believe that would carry them to be world champions. They did bump Pakistani first game. You're correct, Nero. But then fast forward, okay, so the bump Pakistani first game and they try it for the rest of the tournament. It failed. In 2022 now, that was 2019. I see Isaac Jordan balling 5 out of 6 balls in middle pitch and just getting spanked boundary. Or you try it for over whenever over two, that working. Go back to the normal. Just I just don't know, Jeff.
yeah.
We here that are not professionals. Clint is the coach, but we here that are not professionals can sit down here and discuss this. Sorry, why the professionals that are playing this game for
A
a
living or
living
paid.
are paid to
Yeah,
play this game, correct? And
yeah.
paid big bucks to.
Well,
I just don't know, Jason boy. Just don't know.
at this point in time, I don't think anyone knows the answer. Here, boy, Rick. Mr. Clinton, say hello. I can touch you. I can leave you for last. What happened here, Mr. St. Hilma?
Um, for me, I think a lot of it is to do with our skill level. Um, Going back to the last game that we played, I believe that England's and the 19s were playing on that same day. So it was back and forth. Jacob Bethel was behind. So it was back and forth trying to, peep at him and still watch the West Indies playing as well. And in watching the England and the 19s, right? This may sound a little bit crazy, but just listen up. Those English and the 19 batters are more skillful than our batters. Not that they can bat better overall or whatever. I just discussing skill level or range of skill. So you're seeing guys playing sweeps, reverse sweeps, dinks, using the feet, using depth for the crease. Real proper batsmanship and that type of thing. Our our guys are not doing that. No, I watched Matt Brain bowl at us there in the third game. No, I think he's a decent bowler,
He
but
is
he
Nero on Saturday.
I,
Carry on though.
that's a that's a bit of a stretch. That's a bit of a stretch. But he's a decent bowler, but he's no Ravi Ashwin, he's no Nathan Lyon, he's not those
He's
guys,
nobody.
right? And we basically allow Mark Brain to bowl 10 overs for about 20 something or 30 something runs and get four is 4 wickets that you end up getting there.
Yeah,
Or, I think I end up with 4 wickets. Man getting caught at leg slip and all kind of craziness. Man getting beat on the outside. That man was 60 balls, right? In 60 balls, none of our middle order batters swept, use their feet, use the depth for the crease. None of those things. We were literally batting and waiting on this man to overpitch and bowl a half volley or drop short so we could go back and cut our poly ball. So the man's half decent deliveries, we were at sea. And it's like, why are our batters lacking so much skill at this stage? It's almost criminal, like especially against spin. Really made a very good point. He spoke about grassroots. No, there have been some arguments knocking around for some time that we need our best coaches at the grassroots level because a man should not. Yes, you could play international cricket and learn new things or whatever. You don't learning never stops, right? But the majority of your groundwork has to be done as a youth player. So we have a lot of players no learning to acquire skills when they should be fine tuning those skills if you understand what I'm saying.
Hmm.
So we just behind the eight ball. We behind the eight ball. You watch. Please watch any of this under 19 cricket and watch how their batters go about. They may not be as strong as our batters, or may not be quote unquote as experienced as our batters, but look at the skill level. Look at the way that they're going about their batsmanship. And for me, that's a big concern. Our mid order has failed miserably in this series, and we just relying on Shepard and Odin Smith to put some respectability on the total. It's not good. It's far from good enough. And those guys in there, I know that they're capable, but I don't know if it's a mentality thing in terms of if they actually understand that more needs to be done with their batting. I don't like to say, that father not working hard enough because a man might be working hard, but is he
Or
working
what?
hard on the right things? You understand? You can hit 1,000 balls a day, but if you're hitting 1,000 balls a day doing the wrong things, then that's not good to you or the team. So I think that some of those guys in there need to have a look at themselves and yeah, we need some improvement, the onus is on the coaches to probably point these things out, and players obviously got to take responsibility for their own game as well too. So yeah, that's it.
Yes. I think on the Pollard's tenure, right?
Hmm.
Pollard is more focused on results. I remember leading up to the World Cup, Pollard was just bowling first, bowling first, bowling first, bowling first. I say you can't do that. You gotta be able to set targets, etc. So we have Ireland in the Caribbean, which should be an easy exercise. No disrespect to Ireland, but really and truly, Ireland and most of West Indies, Barbados should be beating Ireland. Trinidad should be beating Ireland. You understand that the level of cricket the West Indies should be at. If we put out a West Indies 18, it should be turning over Ireland. No disrespect to Ireland, but I just think that level West Indies should be at. But back to Pollard and his tenure. So we know back three times first against Ireland at home. Pitches off a little bit of turn, but then Ashwin, then the body special, just orthodox or spin. West Indies struggled. First and first, the opening partnerships were poor. Yeah, especially the first two, because they have two similar types of batters. Justin on debut and Shea. That's bit Shea. Normally, have Evan Lewis, Gale, or whoever in next end, and Shea will anchor the innings. It took Shea to the third game to really come out and start his authority. And then, even when he did that, Wesley was like 70 without loss, and then I was like 70 something for four or something.
I
Kind of
don't
everything
believe
went
it.
downhill. And when I stated that I could see the crop once kept together, I didn't vision Puran at tree. I don't know
Mm.
what it is. Like we have the tools and we're using the tools wrong. Like Pollard, like ain't the need for that. Like he's a trainee, whatever. But then Puran game, Puran expansive. Let Puran come down at number 5 or 4. Brooks could be behind that tree there. Roston and Brooks,
The common
Puran
sense
down
thing.
there. You
Yeah,
understand?
easily, easily,
Not
easily.
letting Roston and those guys off the hook because they didn't perform. But 50 overs, Brooks at 3, Roston 4, Puran at 5. He was the man that can come beat the leg spin, nerdle, explode at end. So I mean, don't know why we were setting Puran at 3. I don't know if the slow starts had anything to do with it because he could accelerate, probably. Um, and then the makeup of our ODI teams. When we look at the makeup of most teams, they have their ball in the top makeup of at least 3, 4 wicket takers. You look at us, you got here's a word start. Zampa, Pat Cummins, that's 4 already. You got Boom, Ashwin, Shami. You understand? You got Narkia, Rabada, Shamsi. The rest of these you can't
We,
cheat nobody.
we call them.
You understand? So we a couple levels there down already. And we got, I don't know, we got to identify a brand of cricket we want to play. I remember a couple of years ago, I mentioned playing Craig Buffett, and people want to know for what. But at the end of the day, we still able to these games. We left 10 overs by the table. You understand? So yes, they might say share Craig can't back together, but what's the other options if the other people could be playing? I don't see why Craig cannot be playing in this layer mix up here right now. To be honest, um, batting wise, there wasn't nothing to shout about. Kudos to Shepard and Odin. Odin brutal. Odin, Odin, Odin terrible. Yeah. Odin,
Yeah.
oh boy.
Yeah.
Odin savage.
Yeah.
Odin savage by any day. Those guys are picked as bowlers. So yes, it's nice that they could come and give me 40 and 30 with him against Ireland. Because we bowling step up. Then gonna be Yorkers and thing from the big Stark and Boomer, etc. And the mystery sprinters gonna come at them when they become more established. But they got something in them when the quote unquote big players don't want to play. And Shepard and Odin could get a run of games and stuff, but that's about it. Just Ireland. There's Ireland any day. We gotta get points to qualify
Exactly.
and etc. And so it's like, what are we
Yeah.
doing?
Yeah.
What are we
Yeah.
doing? We
That's the
gotta get
part.
India.
Yeah.
We gotta get India next month.
Yeah.
For 3 ODIs, that points there we probably ain't getting.
We
Yeah.
going
When
to
you know
India?
left, yeah.
Yeah.
When you know leave
Sure.
these points on the table,
Probably. Probably not,
So,
just not probably me. There's a tree left in there, less rainfall.
but the guys just turn up for that cricket because it's IPL time.
Well,
No, it's
fair
been proven.
point, fair point, fair point. Yeah, that was
It's
the
been
fair point.
over,
Fair
over.
point.
Anytime West Indies go out there, somebody just put the name, two men put the name there, like, pick me. Hetman do it. That was the downfall of him. Shea did it, but he didn't get picked, obviously, when he scored in hundreds out there. Puran had a good series out there as well. So, but in there, the showboat just ordinary bowling. For my version of New Zealand beat us just. And like Reese said, it should have been 3-love. Because the first game, Odin and Chapper about 90 something. And you can't be banking for that every game.
Exactly, and then earlier did a hurl and stand for one. So he told myself, well,
I think
we
our
won.
guy was a bit lost in this series quietly as well. Jason, you really in these times you gotta step up to that another level to work.
He
Step up.
disappointed. He disappointed me in that last. How he get run out in that last game
You
was
got
like no
40,
ball.
but sometimes you gotta look. Some new big players gonna bail you out sometimes. You know, like Messi in football, you gotta be having a bad time. Messi will bail you out. Ronaldo will bail you out. You big players gonna be able to bail you out sometimes. Stokes is doing all the time for England.
In that last game when he was 40, he should have been out there.
So
Yeah.
So Jason got you know. He
Yeah.
gotta step up some more. He gotta step up.
Especially in the 50-over format. You can't question he test the credentials.
Yeah, fellas.
He had that age now. He about 30, 29, 30. So just gotta be
30.
he gotta be going solo.
He has to be he has to start his dominance. He has to be a cut above the rest. Has to be a cut above the rest at this point.
Right now,
Because
he's just blending in right now. He just doing a little bit more than the rest.
Yeah. He has to be cut above the rest at this point in time in his career.
Is that a particular reason he only bought 2 overs on Sunday or Saturday when the game was, or that he injured or something? No, I don't want to say it was said.
I know. We have Mr. Collymore here. Just joined. Good night, Mr. Collymore.
Yeah, good night, guys.
We were just discussing, as you would have heard, the West Indies series against Ireland there, and trying to
Guinness, man treat me like Guinness smooth, man. Man beat me bad, yes, boy.
Yeah,
I don't know. And again, I don't know why Pollard has always got these. He pours Martin. It's always be a revelation after a loss. Like these are things that you don't know before, or like before the people select the teams. I don't know. And then a lot of people got put their hands in our team, man. You see Roston, Puran, St. Jason when there was no discussing. Like these is guys that you playing early and anything. You got to bulk up your runs. You got to bulk up your runs. You understand? Because if you're scoring against Ireland, how you gonna score against anybody else?
Yeah.
You understand? So, and I think I see this already. I think Puran really got to look at his batting game. Puran, to me, he become comfortable now. So it's like I don't need to perform consistently. Like, you don't see that Puran of when he first come onto the scene. And again, that's just the problem all the time. But the better team wins, the team that play the better cricket. That's the truth.
Yeah, I agree. Because even if you look at like Ireland and how they craft their innings when they were batting and stuff like that, like they were going pretty good. Like in most of those matches from what I remember, like
it's not like the man. It's not like the man that we create a lot of chances and.
Yeah.
The man literally scored the runs out counter. Comfortable,
boy. That's the truth.
When Ireland was touring the USA, tell myself, the easy point for West Indies. Because it states me there Ireland. Come on, boy.
Yeah.
Another one.
But it just goes to show too, Jason,
Mhm.
that other people are investing in their cricket to see results. You understand? Like you could see that Ireland and these teams were once teams that, were seen as 3 points, as Reed would say. But these guys have
Afghanistan.
no seen, they have no developed, they had a developmental plan for their cricket. So it wasn't like, all right, we can continue to be the scapegoats and get pounded this. We want to develop gradually, gradually. So you can see a one player like you can say, well, he look technically sound. Then you can see a two, a three, until the rest of the nations. So it's just again, it just showed we cricket without planning. I don't know what's to blame just because to
Te-
me look at the team on paper, the team is not a bad team.
Decent
Man
team.
just man just in
Decent
scoring
team.
runs. Man
You got
Technical
just
team.
score
You got
seven
Shea
fifty.
You got Shea You got the same roster chases. I got about 4 or 5 test hundreds. You
Jason
understand? You got
Holder,
Jason Holder. You got the same. I got
Shamar Brooks,
Shamar
Puran,
Brooks
Brooks,
play a lot for cricket. Like
Puran.
yeah,
you got the same program. You got
Puran,
Pollard. You
Pollard,
understand?
yeah,
You got decent. Is a decent team. Is a
I
decent
agree,
team.
man.
You understand? So I
that's not a team. That's not a team that you should be posting 220 and
Two-
229.
nah.
If we lost, if before a ball was bought this series, and somebody had a time that we lost to one, I would say that it's probably bowling that let we down. You know what I mean? We
Agreed,
were able to contain man or whatever
agreed.
the case is. I would never imagine that because on paper that's one of the better 50 over teams. We always pick.
We put out in
We
the
always
world.
yeah.
That
We
we put out
always
in the
pick.
world. That what you said about the team.
Yeah,
So
we've always picked these one day teams with all these bits and pieces, cricketers, these all rounders. You're actually
True,
playing genuine out and out batters now. Share, the same Brooks, the same Ralston. Then they're blended with Puran and Pollard who got a little bit more power to their game and stuff like that. You obviously got Jason Hoard as well, who's a proper all rounder. So it's like this is on paper one of the best
correct.
50 teams we've ever seen. That is just baffling that you only posting to 20 and 229 against Ireland. So
and 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 after that, on after
and
that,
after
220, I
that is the
think
runs coming from Shepherd, and O'Day Smith.
that's
So,
Odie Smith, yeah, it's true.
after
yeah,
220 and to 30. You got two
yeah.
tailenders there coming in and getting you 50 and 60 runs, I think, combined between the two of them. You
But I
understand?
can't understand. The men show the power players breakdown. So like we're seeing 69 before loss. And then the next power play man was 111 for six. I can't I can't
and then
understand it.
I 69 shade about 60,
Yeah.
58 or something.
No,
But when
seriously
it,
though, we need to see a change. I know it's happy. Nero touched on it, and I guess that is one of the positives coming out to the game. I was well pleased with Shea's approach. Nero kind of touched on it, but Shea and Justin Grace can't open the batting and bat in the same style or the same way. It was okay for Shea to do that batting with Evan because Shea is the anchor. It was good that he started to assert his dominance on the bowling. He's a world class player, especially
Correct.
in 50 over cricket. You gotta from the time you walk the crease, this is your arena. You know what I
correct.
mean?
Correct.
You can't have no disrespect to Ireland, but you can't have these Irish bowlers dictating terms to you. You still got to dictate terms to them. This cricket playing on your terms, nobody else's terms.
And, and,
So
and in your backyard.
yeah, correct. So I was pleased with his approach. But I need to see a different, and not necessarily the same approach from the other batters, but we gotta do something different. You just can't
Yeah,
come
I
out
agree.
and get beat doing the same thing.
I
Let me
agree.
see you try. Let me see you attempt. Let me be able to say, you know what, yeah, boy, I can see that Ross has done this here differently. Maybe it ain't work today, but at least he did something differently, or Brooks do
Correct.
something differently. We need to see. We need to see something because it just can't rock out do the same thing. You get the same result. So yeah,
All the time.
hopefully that tour
And to me,
India is a better thing.
I just want us the men be watching at a film of at a play. Like you will see Root in the Ashes, for example. You may see Root try to get outside the all stamp. I thought the all stamp because he find he nicking the ball, even though he's still getting nick off. You
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
Like these
Green,
is little
but
tweaks
green
that the
too.
men just do
Green,
on the job,
Labuschagne,
though.
Green.
Labuschagne, yeah.
Green la machine. Oh, man, change it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like way it is, be men. I wonder if it's a case that they don't believe they're good enough, or if it's a case they just don't care.
Culture, Faye.
Because you gotta
Culture.
be able to tweet at that level. At that level, and I don't feel. I know people that say, "Oh man, you never play at that level. You can." But I was never prime minister, and I criticize the prime minister. You understand? So you can't tell me I can't criticize what I am seeing because you don't want my criticism. You understand? Any day, according to Reed, you gotta call a spade a spade. You
Mm.
understand? So you these guys need to hold themselves accountable. You can't be vexed at the media. But you got to score the runs. We want at that level. You representing the Caribbean. You supposed to be the best of the best. Pressure can be on you. Perform. If you don't perform, like get rocks.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah. At this point, boy, I don't know. I don't know where we're gonna go from here. That's the truth. I don't know where we're going from here. But this is the perfect lead into the next topic here. We have the upcoming series against England. I just want to get the guys' prediction on, how this tour against the English is gonna shape up. I mean, some people I've been speaking to some friends of mine, and some believe that West Indies always give England a good run, in the Caribbean. But like with the West Indies, it's always hard to predict how things are gonna shape up. So I just want to get the fellas' thoughts on how this series is gonna go. Uh, Really get right back here at you again.
4-1 to Owen Morgan and his guys.
For one to Warren Morgan.
4-1 to Owen Morgan and his guys.
For one to Warren Morgan and his guys. Okay.
I don't see me winning more than one, yes.
You don't say it.
Don't see it.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. Any you looking for any English players to put out any top performances, or any West Indian players to put out any top performances, even though you have us holding a 4-1 defeat?
Um, I ain't looking for that special for our guys. They here rocking my brain around the English team. But I can tell you straight out. But I like when that special for we guys. I would like for what I would like for our aim. Cause I see Kyle open that warm up game yesterday, and I think that's a pretty good move. Got he up there, he thought we power play, he beat some ball. If he out, fair enough. But I would like that to happen in the series, and I would like it to come off.
Okay.
But from the I really never know who come in. I really never know who plays for England that kind of way that I could still.
I can tell the squad, man. You want me to tell the squad here?
Yeah, call squad over there, Call
Tell
squad.
the squad here, man. Let me tell the squad here, man. I got some beauties in there too. They're the England B actually. So, Captain Owen Morgan, Moy Ali, Tom Banton. Look out for him.
Yeah,
Sam
that
Billings.
I was just about to say
Man.
Yeah, Sam Billings, Liam Dawson, George Garton, Christopher Jordan, Liam Livingston. Look out for him again. Mahmood, good pace. Mills, good pace. David Payne, I'm sure who's him. Adil Rashid, that one of doing rate. Look out
right. Look up for him because he played against the West Indies, so look up for him for sure.
Jason Roy, look out for that ball he hit today. Phil Salt, Farmer, make QC right? I think Phil Salt or St. Michael, something so.
Probably St. Michael's not Queen's.
Phil Salt, Rich Topley, and James Vince. So fairly probably England's B-side,
B-side,
but it's
I
still
just
got
said.
some very
So
good
salt,
professionals
Nero.
in there.
It's still got
Yeah.
some it's still got some
Sure,
decent
not salty
that
in person.
that boy Banton, they got look he has Nero
Still
for
got some
sure.
solid
Yeah.
players here. Still got
Yeah,
some
yeah.
solid
Livingston,
players here.
Livingston is the man to watch.
Livingston's man. Yeah, for sure.
Livingston's the man. Yeah, you got watch Julian Fat
I
Livingston
may
for
put Roy
certain.
in front today.
Ali,
Finally,
Ali,
Messi,
off
Ali,
welcome
again.
back, yeah. Messi, welcome back, boy.
Ali's a dangerous player.
Ali,
Ali's a
dog, we
dangerous
ball
player.
and get
So.
called again. We short average players. And you know you don't really rate Ali. Ali just alright.
Wow.
Yeah.
In my opinion, Ali just alright, but he can do good because he can't against us.
Yeah.
But for sure,
I see
Ali's a good
I see
player, man.
Joe about there. Joe just bring over your arm.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
getting
probably,
picked.
Game
yeah,
warm, man.
probably
Jova?
just working way back into things.
Correct.
That's good, man.
So that's game.
Yeah, just it can be it's going to be difficult, man. It can be difficult. I think that we're still licking our wounds from the World Cup. I'm very concerned about our preparation and if we truly understand our combinations, whether that be batting and bowling combinations, which can be important. And you coming up against, even though it's a quote unquote England B side, Morgan and the management team, they are so well prepared. They probably in some instances too prepared. And we just look raw at the World Cup and before that and after that. So it's going to be very, very, very difficult. I guess we probably reduced the looking out for individual performances from a few players. So you obviously you'll be looking for Curl and a few others to get some performances, but is going to be tough. It's going to be tough. It's hard to call. It's hard to call a score. T20 cricket a little funny, but yeah, it can be very, very difficult. Our bats against the balls before a ball even ball.
Boy, yeah. Well said, yeah. Fair enough.
Fabian Ali back in full.
Oh, he is?
Drakes.
Okay.
Yeah. Dominic Drakes in that squad. Fabian Ali back in full. And a big inclusion of Rodman Powell. And Darren Bravo. Darren Bravo as well.
Wow.
Darren
Wow,
Bravo.
wow. Yeah, I saw him.
Someone-
I saw him play the game there.
And
Anytime you got
Hayden Walsh.
fellas,
Hayden Walsh back in full as well.
you got fellas a selector,
Yeah,
Bravo,
yeah.
always about there, man.
But this is the thing. This is no, don't laugh because how is Bravo still being picked for? I mean, even if he's not making the final 11, how is Bravo still being picked to this day? Like this is like
in T20, you know.
it's
In
T20 cricket. It is madness.
It'd be bad enough. It'd be bad enough if it was the 50 over, but like T20, like.
Like why is Bravo's name still there? Like this is like honestly, you listen to people and you hear some people say like I can't even be bothered anymore. I can't even watch it because it's a draw and it is a draw. When you got Bravo, when you have Bravo still being picked to this day in a T20 squad. I mean, come on, man. Good God.
Make people call in sportsmen and say they got every cricket field, man. You people are fed up with cricket, boy. Can't make people tired.
Fed up.
Not real funny. Not real funny.
When I say plant cassava and ganja. When I say we're taking the agricultural route now.
Yeah. That's how fed people is, boy.
If you're checking a T20 squad and you are saying Darren Bravo's name there, Fade, you got to be Cardinal, you got to be fed up.
Yeah, I agree, man. I fed up too. Yeah, it's baffling, man. But Nero will be coming, my mom, Betty. Injured?
So
Injured? Would have said that he can't
He
play
was
that
injured for a
Bangladesh
World
Premier
Cup.
League just now. Right. But if he can't play Bangladesh Premier League, not gonna be clashing with this here series as far as I know.
Pug that caterflower, man. Pug that caterflower, man. Guys don't know.
Go ahead,
Everybody gonna be fit. Everybody gonna be fit right before APL draft. They
Yeah.
gonna post balls,
Couldn't
post
be
videos
said
of their
any better.
balls. Everybody fit right before you APL draft.
But
It is what it is.
I don't know. I guess in this T20 team, we got this is a chance you just go find new combinations as Clint. So you got chop and change. No, not chop and change, but you got a
9
core
months.
set of players that you saying, well, look, this is the players we're looking at. These are the players we're looking to go forward with. We minus 1 or 2 tweaks, but this is the core group here. You can't come and pick 8 men here and then drop 6 and pick 7 more. You can't do
9
that.
months here, Faye.
You
9
can't
months
do
here,
that.
Faye. So the
Yeah, you
first
know
month
that,
here now.
Nero? Without me telling
In 9
you.
months. In 9 months we gonna see what come out of that workout.
No, I'm telling
In 9
you.
months we gonna see.
So I know
Lord.
you gotta wait and see JS boy. But I banking. I don't think they will give up England. That's the truth. Even a depleted England, so I don't think them guys is planning cricket. Them guys is really think the cricket. Yes, sometimes they overthink it, but most of the times the plan them is go to plan.
And then men want to get any workout squad too. And it
Yeah,
starts here.
true,
Exactly.
true.
Correct.
So,
They're looking to push out a fight. They're looking to push
yeah,
out somebody.
correct. So
And Roy Crow too.
Yeah.
So easy way for England, just man.
Easy way for England. What about you, Mr. Nero, sir?
I would like a couple of the guys from the West Indies to hold up the hand. Saw the performances, probably from Dapper, who's saying to continue what he's doing.
Come
Don't
here.
think come here to have a good series. Who's saying to continue what he's doing because I think Roy to struggle against that type of bowler. So hopefully Hussein could give some damage early to him. But I just take Morgan. He was struggling. This could be a series. Morgan lead from the front. Still got Livingston. He's very savage. Moy Ali is at the veteran stage now. He step up his game. And England very professional. Chris Jordan and them guys gonna do what they gonna do. Take a brilliant catch to change the game. Mills is a good player, good bowler. And Mahmood, you gotta watch Mahmood. I think Mahmood ought to make a statement for himself. I don't know how, but obviously when Joe from those guys fit and Woody, it can be hard, but 4-1. With Adil Rashid being my series.
Whoa,
I agree.
whoa, Nero.
I endorse that, Nero.
My series.
Every time Pollard pick it, he back. Google.
I don't look for them much for Pollard. I
Google.
just look for Pollard to come in and say something about the batters and do this and you gotta go back to the drawing board and the regional cricket and the same regional cricket he crying down, the same regional cricket he know pick a whole team off. You know, can't Juan Paul and see perform, you can't Lendl, but no, all of a sudden the whole regional cricket team want Aruba CPL everything. But he's the same man that's catch a ball in the CPL and run from one end to the next and bow and all about it. But no, all of a sudden he get the CPL is the worst thing. Life ain't fair. Life ain't fair. He's a man when he this is number 4 and number 5 even. But no, all of a sudden CPL is eggs. These people, they don't know. Man, just don't want to hold themselves accountable.
Yeah.
Just don't want to hold themselves accountable, man. But we got on lane, JS, man. I hope, as they say, I hope some people do well. I see Dapper opening now, so hopefully there's an opportunity to grass. Oh, what's going on with my man Evan Nero? You get any calls from him?
No, you think goes. He told him probably out or something. He probably heard it.
He wanted to cheat with the big boys.
Yeah. You think goes, man.
West Indies cricket gotta be the only no lie, right? West Indies cricket gotta be the only cricket where players is going missing without any form of before the public being informed as to are we wrestling
Really,
John Paul or John Paul carrying us like niggle or everybody else. If Varaga missing for one series, boom, back spasms. Well XYZ. Rahani get rest. This body, but we have seen these. You just see man disappear, and then boom, we
Turn around
good.
another
Look,
channel.
everybody
Another
appear.
channel. See, turn around another channel. Say, yeah.
Yeah, then send around about
Yeah.
here, boy.
This my play. This my playing in the Iraq League. This my playing also. Yeah.
But can't play about here, Nero. You know, like,
something
Oh,
else,
that's
man.
the truth, boy.
Something else. Something else. Um, fellas, we just had the conclusion of the Ashes there. England was humiliated. The
That's the
Australia,
dash, Jace. That's the dash.
When I see the man play good, when I see man play good, you are clean. See man play,
Australia,
see man play great. When I see man play fantastic cricket, but you can't understand it.
But you got a serious problem, boy. Just started off the show this morning. Sorry, earlier tonight, and you wanted to bite out in my head, but about a comment that you made. The man like, but we said no. You want to say we said the man play fantastic cricket.
You want to
You
say something
got
last week?
show us a clip.
I ain't get a Sunny Punny. I ain't get a Sunny Punny.
Please do that.
but yeah, we had Australia totally dominating England throughout this whole series. I mean, yes, West Indies cricket is in a state, but I mean, the probably some people probably can't sleep in England after that. To this day, after that,
Yeah, boy.
after that horrible defeat that they received
Coach
in the
gone for
Ashes.
sure.
I mean, it was even when Australia, even with Hayes, I mean, they still had a full strength team, but with Hayes without, and they still being able to bring in backup players there. Kawaja came into. I mean, it was total domination from start to the very end. Even in that last match, Australia won.
Without us, Steve
Australia
Smith 100.
and Australia won
Very
that
worst
last
part.
match there in 3 days. In 3 days, Australia
Jace,
won
to
that
tell you the
last.
truth, right? I could not believe the test match was over. I said, well, all right. No, I seriously, I went sleep the next time. I said, well, all right. England, they get the man late. They can buy here and hang in there. They can watch some cricket tomorrow. Just because you see, man, get a notification, ping, ping, ping. Man went 4-1. When I checked, the man lost, and the man beat the man in the night.
4 left.
For
But
love.
I couldn't believe
Don't
it.
get in
Yeah,
there.
4 left.
4 left.
Yeah,
Well, I could not believe it.
yeah.
And there was about 17 without lost too.
You know the worst.
Madness, man.
You know what really summed up, and it's so funny that it happened it's the last thing that we saw as relates to that series. That really summed up that series is Mark Wood. That was the last wicket. Mark Wood tailing away to the like side. The man was so far,
Yeah.
and again,
All the
boy,
last three,
that passed it,
man.
right?
The last three, tell me. He, Robinson, all the last three.
Seriously,
yes.
that really summarized the entire Ashes. And that last game, they were so hostile. Like, you see, man getting hit. I don't think
Yeah,
as many short balls. I think get
What
brought
Yeah,
in that
boy.
game.
Thunderbolts, yeah.
Yeah. So it was
Okay.
extremely hostile, I guess, from both ends. But once again, England brought water guns to a fight with AK-47s and assault rifles. Like, it was just or the pop guns that you had at school fairs, man. As a little man,
Yeah.
that's what England brought to the fight. So it was bad. It was bad. And obviously, I know Nero's a man that's what she's saying, but like Michael Vaughan and Rob Key and Nasser saying that guys obviously yeah. So some heads gonna roll for, as we've been saying for the last couple of weeks for sure. The guys talking about revamping county cricket taking note. Obviously, no people can say that they're playing too much white ball cricket
The
because
100, the
especially with
blame
the
of the
100 no.
100.
So the 100 no is a scapegoat no. So but they can't get rid of the 100 for commercial reasons and stuff like that. But yeah, and it's not even an issue. Really spoke about guys playing more cricket and stuff like that. England play a lot of county cricket. So, but the
All the
quality, there's a
time them
lot of
is play,
talk
all
that
the
the quality,
time.
but the time
Time
one
me,
and two,
yeah.
the quality. So, they spoke about poor pitches. County cricket is a very short turnaround time. Cricket starts on Thursday, finishes Sunday. You probably got a day to rest, a day to travel, and then all just doing it all over again. So pitchers ain't getting enough time to get prepared properly is
The
some of the
spinners
talk
bowling.
now. Just spin it. So England's cricket now gonna go through um, a overhaul. I'm certain because England not gonna take that. This is as embarrassing
As
as
well,
we've
yes.
probably seen England cricket. That's the truth. We've
Correct.
seen them beaten in the Ashes before, but there's something about what happened this time around that has made it a little bit more embarrassing. Is that they were not even it's not even on the same planet
Yeah, it
as the
was.
Aussies.
Yeah. I think more. I
But that's way
think
late though.
you started that again, Conor.
That's way late. Like when
Oh, you live
England
in
get
England, get beat.
humiliated.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it like I mean, it's always made them tell us it's bring them back down to earth. Bring them back
Mhm.
down to earth. The Michael Vaughns and it's control the Twitter fingers, you know. Make them want to look at themselves now. Yeah, I seriously, I love when they get humiliated, and it's always happened when they go Australia. The
Yeah.
whole team just fall apart. So
Yeah,
I
boy.
feel very good, Jess, man.
Yeah,
I'm
it was.
surprised.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Even I really, I know, really did say that. And now last match here looking for route to score 100, the and I mean, who, it was. Oh yeah, it was just Bairstow that had the sole 100
Yep.
Yeah.
for the English.
From the game before.
Yeah, from the previous game. Yeah. It was total domination from the Aussies there. And I mean, when you and then you see, and even in that last match once again, you had Zach Crawley playing pretty good shots, something again, but not converting. I mean, I can't even say. You would say that yes, his ball did keep low, and it was the fourth innings, but it was the fourth innings on the third on the third on the third day. But it
Bowling
was
once again.
huh? Yeah, boy.
Water,
Yeah,
man.
bowling.
Yeah. There's a video of all of the wickets that he took in this series that I was watching on YouTube. Boy, he is a bowler.
Yeah,
He is a
he
bowler
nice.
and some. Yeah, he is a bowler and some boy. That is the truth. That is the truth.
Man
But
could bowl,
And
Jess.
Carcass,
yeah,
the beauty about this series was I think it was a total team performance. Normally we were accustomed to seeing Steve Smith and Lamachine and Cummings just carry it for Australia, but the man that bet that Travis Taylor would have been man in series probably a millionaire today. But I don't think nobody plays that bet. You
No.
understand?
but
So
even
it was
I would like to go for the clip when you Akim Nemo,
the
you
first day, the first
jeez
game,
on boy. You murder
first
Travis
game,
Tate.
the
Travis
first
Tate.
game.
You went hard for Travis Tate, boy.
The very first
Uh,
game, but total team performance, boy.
Yeah.
That completed this series dominance. Warner earlier with a couple 50s, 90s, Lamachine with the hundreds and 50 early. Smitten get the hundreds. Yeah, 50, but nobody thought he was talk about Cody, but head 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 my two hundreds. Kawasha with a drip. Start with a
Yeah.
favor early. Pot had a favor take first game.
yeah.
Yeah.
Josh didn't
Yeah.
do something about it early out. I think
Yeah,
Josh
He
did
has
just had a
some
something
fight or
early
wickets.
two.
out.
Josh, I
Yeah.
don't think he had five, but he had like a couple
Off.
4 wicket hauls for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Bowling series.
Yeah. Jerry
Lion
Richardson
wasn't
bowled good when
even
he came in
Lion.
too.
Yeah.
Lion's probably the only man I ain't really wasn't even
Yeah.
needed because
He was
much
the
of the
most
games they made it to much of the games they made it to get Jerry Richardson got 5 and play one game.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like a total team performance, boy.
Yeah.
And it just England, I think that like I don't ever rate them because I think they're over reliant on their conditions. You know,
Mm.
people like to say about England, like India. I think
Mm.
that's just different. They have a lot of medium piercers that just like to float the ball out there, hit people edges, and oh, these great bowlers. Not you're not great bowlers. It's conditions that these guys in accustomed to batting. And
Mm.
even like England, when their bat is met 500, 400 is met 250. The other team is just be poor, and the other team met 175, and England is just an idiot. So in like England is dominant. Like Australia or one of these teams at home will make 400, 500 and beat you. England don't do that home neither.
Mm.
Um, then obviously my horse looked very good, Crawley. But England in the spot about it, I liked. I no, I don't. I didn't want to say I liked the tactic on the last day because you can't tap 4 tests, 5 tests to do the short ball tactic, and especially
Mm.
to Steve Smith who struggled against Neil Wagner in Australia a couple of months ago.
Mm.
Well, they show the percentage, the averages. He's averaged 30 something against since that time when Neil Wagner bumped out to know he averaging 30 something. So you can't know where to do that tactic in the fifth test. Well, let me take that back. You did that tactic, but you did it with a man who went play cricket in about years, Ben Stokes,
Who
and his
always
ball
injured.
75. When you have what there, but the slowest ball be 140.
Yeah.
You understand? So I think that was something that was missing. But the bowling at full strength, England bowling, no, but I want to see what they're gonna do going forward with the Jimmy Anderson situation because at the end of the day he's 40 and you know get beat 4.5 love. So so is it are you gonna go forward with the two veterans? You're gonna make the change? No. Anderson gonna try to hold on to the Ashes in England to see if he could bring it back home and then sign off and that sort of stuff. That can carry hit about 42. So it's like, but the bowling once fit will be able to hold its own. A Jofa, Anderson, Broad, Robinson,
Yeah. Now you
but
still
now
got Kate
Walks,
coming ball too.
but now Walks, you understand? But the top order, because not only Australia conditions is only one thing you go about in South Africa, then conditions fairly hostile too. And obviously in India, we see what's happening in the subcontinent. So I just look at the city fall out here in the next couple
Milan.
of weeks. Because you get Silverwood should be, because then they had a big debacle there. It was drunk and thing there too in the last
Yeah,
day. And the police had to come
Yeah,
in. The police
yeah,
had to,
yeah.
the people are calling
Yeah.
task force and thing,
You hear
boss.
what happened?
yeah.
Where is this?
That's
You
This
a
hear
is
what
big,
happened?
the
That was
last
a
death
big
match.
thing, boy.
That's a big thing. So the man was drinking
The
and
re-
drunk and smoking in the room and thing, and the man had called the
England
task force. And,
players.
England,
yeah.
both things. But
And
who
not the
was one?
Highland
I
was
think
in
Anderson. Yeah, who was one?
Anderson,
Anderson was one. Me had to call the
Grant
police.
Tart, assistant coach, so that he job. They say he'll probably get fired. It's a big thing, boss. That's a big thing.
Yeah,
England went those so.
the police had to come up into their room.
Police
When they have
had
South
to come,
Africa,
yes.
Nah,
No.
I ain't heard about that.
No.
Yeah,
No.
that's a large thing, boy. So it's a Grant Tart
Wow.
probably fired. He probably gone. So hey, like, you got some fall out there, boy.
My best
may get
business is pleasure.
may get smashed, boy. So
These curse
literally.
vaccines, but
but it's
these
true.
curse
But they
you
may
can
do it in
imagine. You can
series then.
imagine if vaccines are doing the whole bow. We have a whole separate show for that, boy.
Lord, wow.
Unbelievable.
Whoa. But you see how he's rolling for it though. That's the
Yeah,
difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's
so
the
who
difference.
don't hear with England just as a by the way, because obviously they
I
are
think it's
these
Scotland
players.
Wood.
I
Okay.
think so. Yeah. I think.
Okay.
Okay. Really, I hear your thoughts on the series, the Ashes there.
Well, I think Miro summed it up perfectly.
Mhm.
But all I got to say,
Uh-huh.
and I got to use one of my daughter toys here, Joe Root is score 100. And I get dropped the mic. Yeah, I score 100 in England. 4 years from now, he give me one. He's only not 32.
I was
He might
trying
still
to
be
look-
playing.
Yeah.
He might still be playing next 4 years, but in the series though, he get every 80 odd as the top score. He can't get 3 figures. A dead, yes, he is a dead.
Whoa. Whoa.
And I think Root scored. I think Root was in top more any more runs in for this calendar year. Well, last
Last
Yeah,
time.
Yeah, they bought him this year. Yeah, they bought him
But
this year.
he did to Australia last year.
Yeah.
And I tell myself, no, you must score 80 boy. You might have said not overnight. I tell myself, no, boy, you start the series hot with triple figures.
Yeah.
Second game, same thing, 80 something. Yeah, carry on. That was the end of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are good nicknames.
The England boy, England spot a bottle right there. The opening
London
pair,
Bridge is falling down, JS boy.
the opening pair in there, and then covered in the middle there, boy. It's spot a bottle there for England right now. To be honest, spot a bottle there. But what I want to hear what the fellas think about what the fellas thought about Green, Cameron Green, his series. Nero has this
I
thing.
ain't saying nothing. I ain't saying nothing.
Nero, if you know you know that you don't have to speak to know that you.
Okay, Jason.
You understand?
I
He's
think
okay.
I think he's a decent player.
Yeah, he's decent.
He bowled
Mitch
well.
Marsh
He
will
bowled
do
well
his
in
role
that
too.
last. Yeah.
Mitch Marsh will do his role too.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. I was saying.
You know, you can skin your face, but Mitch Marsh will do just what he just do, and probably a little better.
Yeah, I actually think
Especially
Mitch
with
Marsh.
back.
I actually think Mitch Marsh.
Green
is
is who blow that game open, so
I rolling with Green all the way. I rolling with
Green
Green all
is
the
smart,
way.
eh?
And
Green
then
is who
on
blow
top of
that game
that,
wide
too,
open.
Green is a young man. I rolling with Green. I gave more Green.
I tell myself, Mitch Marsh in this farm, I ain't even 15, a Green game player, but Green early player for you. I would pick Green though before Mitch Marsh.
I have question marks. I have question marks over his technique. Not that it can't improve. It can
Me and you,
definitely.
Clint.
It can't. No, it can't. It
My
can.
batters come down and
But
see.
see, but no, but see, the thing is no, just and the viewers, right? The
nothing.
thing about Nero, right, is that you can't say anything. You can't say, you know what, this player is decent, but I think that there's room for improvement. So for until you
Correct.
don't say that he is the second coming of Christ.
You don't like the
Nero,
body.
Nero say that you hate the man. He ain't I say the man ain't a good or kind of thing. And I'm not
Correct.
saying that. I think he's a decent player. And obviously in this Australian setup, no. One thing about Australia gives their players a run. If Australia rewards you with a play, because that's what it is, you get rewarded with a play. You don't just get handed a play. When Australia rewards you with a play, they will give you a run, and the team is doing well. So he's under little to no pressure to really and truly perform because he got the backing that he know that he gonna play, and whether or not he put out stellar performances, the team he can still hold it on. So he could, on a personal level, he could settle in and stuff like that. So yeah, he coming out at the end there in the Ashes, he had 2 scores. He's obviously a man that could change a game, put his foot outside the right, and you need those players to counter attack too. So he actually has a very crucial role, and Australia kind of missed that when Brad Haddon would have left, man. Gilchrist would have left. Their keepers are usually those type of players. Alex Carey, not so much. So he actually Green actually has a pretty crucial role there in the middle order in terms of counter attacking. Well, from Nero now.
Kerry? Disrespect Kerry?
No. Pardon?
You disrespect Kerry?
Man, and disrespecting man. Man
No,
say he's
but
not.
he's not.
You hate
Brad
Kerry.
Haddon.
You don't like Kerry. You hate Kerry. Kerry man, Brad As a batsman?
No, I'm not talking about batting you. I'm talking about approach. I was speaking. If you were listening, I was speaking specifically to their approach to batting. I'm not speaking about if they're good
Brad
or
Haddon's
not.
Oh, sorry.
Kerry man.
I didn't think him Tim Payne. Sorry. Carry on.
Jesus,
What?
that's an apology. That's
Yeah,
an
I
apology.
apologize. I was like,
Okay.
called Tim Payne. I was like, Tim Payne, what the fuck?
Because you know how many days you disrespect that Brad Haddon there and you got me there.
You have me confused. You have me confused.
Oh, I don't understand.
You have me so confused.
I was
You got me
thinking
there.
Tim
You
Payne.
know
Sorry.
Brad Haddon there. You know what?
Sorry.
You know, let me see Brad. You make it. But like
Sorry.
I would Nero here. Green is 22 years old.
Right?
22 years old, and you can see like yes, he did not start off that good with the bat. But he came on and he had some pretty okay scores coming on to the end. He had I think he had two half centuries and he played
Yeah.
some critical innings
Under pressure.
um with the guys. But I think he had but he was a part of some crucial partnerships as well. You know, so I think that was a good luck for the batting coming on to the end, and he's no slump with the ball for sure. He can definitely handle himself with the ball for sure.
And it's
So
a
I mean,
gully god.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he is.
So
He is.
and when you look at these things to me at 22 years
Anyway.
old in an Australian setup where you are around professional cricketers too, that you always probably going to be learning something each and every day. I get to Warwick Green any day
You,
at
you know who
22
he
years
reminds
old.
me of a little bit? He reminds me a little bit of, and once again, Nero, please don't get carried away. I'm not saying that he has good or anything like that, right? But I just talking about the
Freddie
type of
Flinto?
player. Yeah, you understand cricket, man. You understand cricket, but that's the exact man there. Pick up the ball, impact with his with a top spell there. He could come in there at that number 6, blast it around, turn the game on its head, and a good man there in the gully or a slip or wherever.
Yeah.
He's that type of, for me, he's that type of player.
Yeah, he's definitely someone
Yeah,
that could,
it's
that
a
could,
flame
that
top.
could
Give me some flame top vibes there for sure.
he's a player that could definitely change a game for you for sure. If something
Give
can
me flame
happen,
top vibes.
yeah, you could definitely throw the ball to him or ask him to
Yeah,
do something with the bat. And I like Green. I definitely like Green for sure. Definitely like Green. Definitely want to watch for sure going forward. And before we go, guys, I think you was stuck here.
yeah.
I think this. I was just gonna say that. I was just gonna say that. Yeah, we
Yeah.
can hear you. I was just
That
gonna
was
say
a
that's
blessing of
probably
the
for a good thing because the next topic I don't even know. I figured I want to hear him now, but yeah. Before we go, guys, we saw Virat Kohli stepping down as against the Patriots there.
Yeah.
It clear now,
Gonna
though.
kick off Nero.
They can hear me, though.
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
hear you.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, continue.
Yes. We saw. I mean, arguably one of the most successful Test captains ever. Virat Kohli stepping down as India's Test captain. Um, as I said earlier, I mean, the record speaks for itself. One of the most successful, like I said earlier, Test captains to ever captain the game. And I mean, some probably might say that they saw something like this coming. Kohli. I mean, India itself, they haven't been the India that we have come to know in the past. A couple of series, and although Kohli has been scoring some runs here and there, he hasn't been the Kohli that we know where he's is 100 back to back to
True.
back to back. So like I said, this probably isn't a shocker to some people. But I just want to hear the guy's thoughts on Kohli and just remembering the brilliant captain that he was. Nirag, do you want to start? You can start or you could go last.
I want to start.
For this one.
I want to start. I want face to
Floor
face.
is yours, buddy. Go right ahead.
Where do I start? I just want to say thank you to Virat because I know they got a lot of persons who gonna talk about MS Dhoni and stuff like that. He might have been the better tactical captain, the more composed captain, etc.
This is
But when
Dhoni
it
or
comes
something?
Dhoni, yeah. But when it comes to transforming India's cricket, their approach to cricket, their approach to fitness, that is all Virat Kohli. You understand? The passion that he played with, they call it New India. You understand? He's responsible for that. I was watching some highlights the other day. That 2008 World Cup or something when he was the under 19 captain. Oh my god. I know, like Kohli cool down now, like how the commentator be talking that thing.
Yeah, a lot,
Kohli,
a
Kohli,
lot.
Kohli up in your face and Kohli squad. Kohli was Kohli. But I just think that what he's done for the past 7 years has been phenomenal. To get these victories away from home in England, in Australia,
Yes.
barely messed up in South Africa, because when we was young, India always had batting. But it is a bit body. We've watched CY, Tenduka, all these guys. These guys scored double hundreds in Australia, whatever. But those guys weren't athletes. Those guys were just skilled batsmen. You understand? No, these guys are athletes. These guys are competing, and they got a conveyor belt of players just coming in. Then the boy can't rest on the laurels on Kohli because somebody there to take his spot. You understand? So obviously he wasn't everybody's cup of tea. Obviously a character like that can't be everybody's cup of tea, but
For sure.
he'll be remembered as one of the greatest in the game. Some wouldn't give him his credit tactically. Probably that wasn't his captain. That wasn't his forte as a skipper. Everybody got forte. You understand? And Kohli was probably leading by examples through his passion, the fitness routines, and batting. He won a lot of games for India. So hats off to Kohli, the GOAT.
Thank you very much, Mr. Akinwumi.
Yeah, I can go after Nero, man. Um, just to echo what Nero just said, the thing about Kohli, when you think about Kohli as captain and Kohli as leader, like Nero said, Kohli came in at a time where India's cricket needed to go to another level, and he was the man that was at the forefront of that. You remember when India, we grew up, like Nero said, we grew up watching Javier Srinath and that man play. Not that meant that they weren't good or anything that, but then all of a sudden India then started to produce all these men ball at 19 miles or one thing. I'm not saying Kohli coach should meant to do that, but it's about a culture. It's about that culture that he would have brought about. India just became a lot more aggressive. Even you look at Kohli's relationship with a Rishabh Pant. Most people will look at Pant batting and say, "Nah, boy, you can't play like that." But Kohli would have embraced Pant even up to 2 weeks ago. People, I don't know what is that Pant did or whatever.
He
Something
charged the wicket.
He play
Oh
around,
yeah,
so he play
yeah,
around,
He
so.
yeah,
charged the
yeah.
wicket.
And the man, Kasi, blah blah. Kohli get the man a public voice of confidence, and man score 100 in that
100 next game.
next game. So it's like those types of things. And when you look at a leader, Kohli had the ability to get people to buy into his philosophy and that type of thing. And for me, those are the things that I rate, and I rate big time. So he would have transformed India's cricket. Maybe he's taken it as far as he could, and
Yeah.
it would be interesting to see now how the new captains then take over from him and stuff like that. But yeah, easily one of the best leaders across sport and disciplines, across things outside of sport, that we've seen in our generation. A top man, and I hope for his sake now that on a personal note that he can go on now to getting back to scoring some hundreds. Or from my Seattle half century today was batting well. So yeah, hopefully he can kick on and finish his career on a very high note.
I agree. Really, I can head to you here.
Man, Kohli first came on the scene. As Nero said, Kohli cooled down a lot now. I always remember that it was probably first Australia tour when a reporter tell the man something. I don't know the reporter tell him, but the man give two middle fingers. I will never forget that. Not that that
I
was
mean,
like
I mean, scored 400s.
no. I don't I
That
can't
was a
remember.
day.
I
That
can't
was a
Okay,
day.
remember.
okay.
I
Just
can't
making
remember.
sure.
You just want to get down there.
He just wanted to get the idea. He just wanted to get the idea, boy. He's
He
all
no
better
good
than
at one
boy.
that's already miles scored there for us.
but but
Mr. Johnson, that boys, but continue.
when you look at when people was calling for Jason, who the hell is ODI captain? We want Pollard, we want an aggressive captain. When you look at Virat Kohli's captaincy, and you look at Pollard's captaincy, I was dead. I said Pollard's aggressiveness and playing that short leg.
Mhm.
Full stop. That's all Pollard is on the aggressive captain. Put himself on the helmet. Let me put it. Let me before. But Virat Kohli
You know he's gonna
is
put
a
yourself ready.
what
When man
what
say
what
he ain't getting on the day.
what Virat Kohli is and to take over, and in my opinion, take over from MS Dhoni and do better than MS Dhoni is a kudos to you, sir.
Yeah.
You know. Well, one of my saying, can only call a spade a spade.
Mhm.
He's a top man.
Yeah.
It can be. It is what is left to be seen now is, as Click just said it was Click. What a new captain does. If the new captain lives up to what Cody left off, because you got to come down and match or do better.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
But
Big shoes to fill.
big shoes to fill. Here.
Shock
He,
size shoes.
he's
It's
now
so
just
big as
playing as
well.
a batsman.
Uh,
He has scored 100 in a few. How we say?
years.
They say years.
Years,
But don't
years.
worry, don't
Don't be
worry.
afraid to say.
I haven't been afraid to say this. He'll score 100. When the time that season get there next month, he'll score 100 next month.
He had scored 100 before then. Got some Africa already.
In ODAs.
But yeah. That's a legacy there
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
for sure.
Definitely is. Definitely is. Collie, we can wrap
What
it
is a
here with you.
legend, Jess? There's no debate. I don't debate them things.
Mhm.
Anything you got a man of that magnitude, you gotta give you jackets. If he decide to step down on his own terms, well, you gotta respect that. You understand? And I guess he to that point in his life now, he mature, he got a family,
Mhm.
he got a little more responsibility. So ain't nothing wrong with that and focusing on batting. You might will be free now. Yeah, so ain't got no problem with that. Man, Cody's a legend. As Reese said, when you got Pollard and them solid people, you can't compare the Kohli with Pollard and them, and it's chalk and cheese, man. Then we once say Pollard was a legend and Pollard do this. And when you look at the games that Kohli did, as you mentioned, the transformation that took place. You look at Pujara, who then became fitter because of Kohli. You know, so many man set. So that's what you want. That's a leader, and not only a leader who's lead, but a leader that's lead from the front. Even in the last game, you could have seen the passion. Like, yeah, I want to win this series because we ain't win there down here. I want to do it. So that ain't got no problem with Kohli, man. But I want to see who they can get the reins to, man. Jess. I want to see who they can get that big horse. I
Only
want to see
got
the
two men.
jockey.
Only two
Who,
men.
Who
Rahani,
the
and
two?
who?
Not Rahane.
Can't be wrong.
KL,
Rahane and then James
KL
Rahane
or
was Kohli,
Rohit.
man.
Yeah,
KL or Rohit.
yeah, more than Lily Rohit though.
Yeah.
Mm.
More than Lily Rohit.
But Rohit was talking about around longevity. So
Mm.
it's like, just give me to know the World Cups or give KL one thing. That what he was talking about today.
Mm.
If he care, would be better, man. Yeah.
Yeah, probably for the long run. Yeah, because
Yeah, work,
In long
work,
run.
work with
India, yeah,
Rohit. Work with Rohit
huh?
one time as a VC or something.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I like KL, yeah, because you India, as you can see, India captains is be for a long period of time. In no
Yep.
1 year or 2 years,
Yep.
India is something that
Yeah.
them looking
Correct.
for an extended
Correct.
period of time. So
And you got three
them
World Cups or
looking,
so in 2 years. So
yeah.
yes,
I
give
will
KL
go,
one thing.
yeah, KL, and he will obviously got the support of the senior men on the field still. So
Yeah. That is left to be seen. It's gonna be very interesting to see who's gonna as Fred say, take up the reins of the captaincy of the Indian test team. Uh guys, we are gonna wrap up the show here tonight. Clint, once again, special thanks for filling in. over the past couple of weeks as Hassani has been out on duty.
Hot on the campaign trail, man. You gotta be counting votes now.
So yeah, Clint, it's always a pleasure to have you here. Always, value and appreciate your thoughts here on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me once again, guys.
Yes,
Big
yes,
yourself, man.
yes.
Awesome.
Always.
And once again, we just want to thank the viewers for tuning in each and every week, continuing to support us as we continue to just share our thoughts and stuff like that on what's going on with cricket around the world. And whenever you watch this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on the video. So once again, have a good night, everyone.